Hello and welcome back. It's P-Mill Bacon here, and that's right. We are starting Soul Reaver 2. Now, Soul Reaver 2, this one specifically, let me just turn my volume up a bit. Gotta hear this awesome music. This is the one I'm probably gonna be a little more nostalgic for. I never actually owned Soul Reaver 1. I borrowed it from a buddy who got me into the series, and pretty sure on PC is the first time I played it. But I actually owned Soul Reaver 2 on PlayStation 2, and that's where I played it and experienced it. This was like a big deal when it came out. I remember, I think at the time, like the graphics were awesome and stuff like that. Of course, the voice acting and story and everything. So we'll see how it holds up. The community definitely seems split on how they feel about the first game versus the second game. I think there's pros and cons to both. But we'll be able to speak about that a little more clearly once we jump into it here. And this, for me, at least in my mind, this is where things really start to get crazy with the story and stuff like that. So this music, this intro music, awesome. Soul Reaver 1 doesn't even have intro music. Come on, guys. Sorry, I'm going to be a little biased here, I'll be honest. But let's go. Oh, yeah. Instantly recognize this. Instant recognition here.
Did it trouble you to murder your brothers? Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss? Eternity is relentless, Raziel.
Seems a little quiet, doesn't it?
When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power
that's max volume. Best as we can do here, guys.
To know the future, Raziel.
These cinematics were awesome. So we just saw this. We just did this.
I could never contain such forbidden truths.
It's one thing that's very cool.
Is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods?
Time Chamber got a little visual upgrade for sure.
Are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are
Same exact speech we got.
predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will. I found the tomb of Sarafan, Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire? How could I not?
Damn.
One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer.
I don't remember this happening. He didn't throw me around like a rag doll, did he?
Better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil. The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgûl from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are open, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse. You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
No.
You nearly had me, Raziel.
There's the achievement we just unlocked.
But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Is Kain a bad guy or a good guy? I don't know. All right, here we go. So yeah, this is, in my opinion, well, again, I'll see as we play through it, but I recall the story just being much more upfront and present in Soul Reaver 2. versus Soul Reaver 1. Kind of missed like the big story moments.
Pawn and Messiah, welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny.
There we go. And that's where Soul Reaver 1 ends off, and
Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt. Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands.
do you look a little different? I don't know, I can't tell. Or is it the exact same skin?
Unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean, you know how.
We know that's not true.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Do it. Do it.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level.
Look at that old school graphics.
Raziel.
Oh my god.
No, you don't kill me.
Wow, that's a
That
big
honor
difference.
belongs to your maker.
This is what it used to look
Some
like?
30 years from now.
Holy Oh yeah, okay. So he does look a lot different than in Soul Reaver 1.
As he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel.
Huh. Oh, this will be fun to look at the difference.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel.
A lot more ornate kind of look to his character model.
Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel.
That's a huge difference.
We were even close.
That's crazy.
Please. Fortunately, you need
Yeah,
to
Mobius
love
looks
me
way better.
to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold.
Don't remember
We strive to honor the
if we're in the
memory of
future or the
Sarafan
past. I honestly don't remember.
humble.
I feel like we're in the past.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss.
And Raziel's a very sharp guy.
Reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me, sir? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly.
He's got some freaky eyes.
We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show
So how does he know all about Mobius? I mean, we really didn't learn a heck of a lot about him.
you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait.
We saw a statue of him
Unaware
for
that
2
I
seconds.
snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you.
Oh, I think my batteries in my controller died.
Wrought by his terrible
Might have to
selfish
do a
decision.
plug in here.
Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world.
As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All
So I think we're in the past. I think, if I remember correctly.
few martyrs.
All right, we're back in business here. All right.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I had not yet discovered.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm pretty excited for this. So let's take a look here. So yeah, I mean, the visual upgrade from 1 to 2, massively huge. Oh, nice. Nice back crack. I like that. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this feels. Is it going to feel the same as... and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, you carry over all the vampire powers we got in 1, carried over to this one. So we start off with swimming and going through walls and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, look at the difference between the door there. That's a massive difference. How about this? I almost like the original better. This is a little more washed out. That one's actually got some like texturing and stuff to it. Interesting. I think the OG Borador pick here looks a little better, honestly. Everything else looks really good. Some of it looks exactly the same, which is kind of funny. See that instead of that being just like painted on. I guess it's still kind of the same idea, yeah. Just a little slightly, I mean, completely redone textures, but it's crazy how much they improved it. Like it really looks exactly the same though. The same, but not the same. It's kind of crazy. Okay. So what? We got to go through here? No. So we have to find our way out of the stronghold. Let's see. So, yeah, I mean, right away, this for me is like instantly nostalgic. This, I remember this so well. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay, good. Yep. Hey, dodge. How do I dodge? How do I dodge? Shoot. Oh, I can't block and dodge. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. This feels... Oh, jeez. This feels... definitely a lot different. Volume's too loud now. Volume's kind of all over the place. Nice. Look at the little rat. Oh, there's rats scurrying around. That's cool. I'm really curious about this combat. It instantly feels a lot different. Okay, lock on. Oh, geez, look at the difference in the guard. Wow. That's wicked. Oh, hey. Oh, look at that. I have an overhead. I forgot about that. I have a lot of life. Holy crap. Why do I have so much life? That's insane. It's basically like if I had gotten all the life upgrades from Soul Reaver 1, carried it into this game. Can I swap weapons? Or how do I can throw them, yeah, okay. Okay. Wow, alright. I can tell you instantly the combat feels way better. It's not even close. Wow. Okay, this feels dramatically better. God, I wish I had a lock on though. I really do. Look at the soul is a lot different too, eh? I mean, this is the game, man. Like, damn, this is the game. That. What do we got here? Oh, jeez. Oh, she looks cool. Yes. Oh yeah, I totally forgot you can cut people's heads off. That's amazing. That looks a lot better. Texturing on there and everything. Looks fantastic. Totally forgot you could just lop heads off in this.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
Okay, now remember, these are vampire heads, because these guys are like vampire hunters. If I remember correctly. Jeez, these guys have some life, though. Okay, got his head off. Boom. Okay, the combat, man, not even, it's like a world of difference here. Coming fresh off Soul Reaver 1. It is a lot smoother. So, you know, big thing, this was a PlayStation 2 game, right? So, well, there's a world of difference between PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. That was one of the biggest console upgrades that I can recall in my lifetime. I remember, like, when this PlayStation 2 came out, seeing, like, Final Fantasy X on that thing. Games like that were insane. Okay, so can I warp through these doors? Probably not, right? Okay, how do we proceed here? The music is a lot different. That's one other thing I'd point out. Now, I have some nostalgia for this music, again, because I played this game a lot, but, so... what are these other ones I have? Ooh. Okay. Can I go through this? No, I cannot. Oh my god, look at this. Oh yeah, they're like little skulls. That's cool. You know, okay, so the one thing, the Soul Reaver itself does not look nearly as cool, I will say that. Looks way better in, looks way better number one. I like the big thick beam. Not crazy about this little dinky stream of light coming out of my arm here. A little bit of a difference there, so... Alright, so that's one knock against this game is the OG Soul Reaver looks better, in my opinion. And how come I don't have it? Like, how come it's not with me right now? What happened to it? Shouldn't it be active right now? Or is it because the Elder God, I'm not tied to the Elder God anymore? Is that why? Like, not sure how that all works out. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing here? I'm just like locked in here. Okay, here we go. Here we go with the bullshit again, eh? We're already stuck here. Where's the walkthrough? Need the walkthrough. Yeah, come in here and get me. Come on, man. Okay, there's got to be like a switch or something, right? I like that we warp into this full health too. That's nice. So can I not, no. Am I already stuck? Why am I stuck already? Come on, give me a freaking break. This is crazy. We're stuck in the first 5 minutes of the game here. Any hints? Anything I can climb on? Can I open these doors? No. That's weird. I put it down, eh? Yeah, what am I, like, seriously, this is ridiculous. How am I already stuck here? Okay. How do I save the game? Quit game, resume. Wait, if I quit the game, am I gonna lose all my progress? How do I save the game? So what's this? It's not even going to give me a slightest hint as to what I'm supposed to be doing here, right? Interesting. Very interesting. How am I already stuck? This is insane. This is ridiculous. And I can't warp through this shit, eh? Okay, there's got to be a window, a ledge, a something or another, or maybe a wall I can climb up. Okay, that's a good idea. I mean, we still have our vampiric powers, I'm pretty sure. It's got to be something like that, right? Let's see here. Is there a wall or something? Anything? Okay, let's be observant here. Let's not start being dumb right off the bat, even though we're way past that point. Am I like hard locked here or something? Is something supposed to be happening? I always worry that there's going to be like some bug and I'm just hard locked out of an area or something like that. Well, it looks great, feels great, but we're stuck for some reason. Again. Oh my God. This is insanity. What is it? Like, what do we got to do here? Come on, what, like, is there a puzzle? This seems insane that we're already stuck here. I don't understand. I'm worried if we got like soft locked here. Okay. There we go. Wow, we got soft locked. We straight up got soft locked. Okay. That is interesting. Now, I'm a little scared now. I'm a little scared about that. This is the kind of stuff. This is why sometimes you just have to pull up a walkthrough, because that we definitely got hard a soft lock there. Okay. That's scary. We're gonna have to do a lot of saving of the game here. I don't know how to save the frickin' game though. How, like, can't seem to make multiple saves like we could with the other one. How do we actually save our game here? I want to double check. Save points around the maps. We're gonna have to. Hopefully, we get different save slots.
The strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy.
This cathedral looks freaking sweet, though.
The staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Like, this is way crazier than anything in Soul Reaver 1 in terms of, like, the area design. Oh my god, wait, oh my god, I can execute them without a weapon. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, that is so good. That is so much better. I guess, yeah, they were vampires, I guess, in the previous, so... Oh my god, I can kill them without a weapon. Oh, that's just like, I mean, I guess they're humans, so makes sense, but I actually have a, an execute attack just without a weapon. Oh my god, there is a lot of them here. Jesus. Can I open this thing?
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel.
It's the Soul Reaver.
As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step.
I remember this.
So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement.
No shit, it's broken. Oh my god, the camera's freaking out. It's just...
And broken. Apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible.
Okay.
Until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade.
Cool.
Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant
Right.
spirit
So...
was now fully aroused, and first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity. Willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore the blade.
So the Soul Reaver is restored.
Destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
I don't know if they needed to do this insane camera shake.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Do it.
Raziel,
Do it.
beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius.
So have we
Confidence abandoned you? You
undone the
seem
paradox of the soul of the two Soul Reavers or whatever? Is that what this whole thing is about?
Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself.
I know he gets killed at some point. I just don't remember when it is.
You in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Is this where we kill him?
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate, the inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel.
Right.
To strike me down,
He's a pawn of the Elder God.
God's own attendant.
Right, right.
I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games.
No matter. We gotta get rid of this shaking screen
I know
thing.
you fear me. I needn't concern myself with you.
It's crazy. There we go. Jesus.
Go then, Raziel.
That was a little much.
Seek Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy.
Right. So Mobius is just a tool of the Elder God. And the Elder God is just basically typical Lovecraftian type of creature. Just has its will of its own and has its own agenda, basically.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless
Yes.
of my strength.
Mm.
But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained.
Right.
It devoured the souls of its victims.
Right.
And if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Yes, okay. I do recall this. So how do we... oh, damn. There goes all my life. Oh, Jesus. So how do I summon it? This. Right, and it will eat my life force. Oh, shoot. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, now it's doing this old trick again, eh? I mean, it's nice that they change up this gimmick. So you can use the Reaver at any point. Okay.
So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villages below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness.
All coming back.
Supposedly imbued with the power
I think
to
that's
restore that
me,
great
I
unbelief.
think.
The
If I remember
Sarafan
correctly.
guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies.
I feel like Raziel is the one who kills Janos Audrin, right?
As monstrous as depicted here? Or was this
I just remember you have
merely
to
just a license
get
for
his
the
heart
Sarafan
at the beginning of
who
Defiance
sought
in the
to
next game.
lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
I really got to read up on the lore on all this, or just watch a whole story through again. There's definitely parts of this I'm very unclear about. And then if I remember this thing, this becomes like a fountain for your Soul Reaver power or something like that eventually, I think. Let's just look around here, make sure we're not missing something. I don't think so. All right, I don't know. Let's go through here. Let's see what this is about. Tap. Oh, tap B twice. Oh, nice. Okay, that's sweet. Oh, it's got the sound now. Oh my god. Right. It just obliterates them. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay. I'm down with that. Just explodes them into nothing. See, way more lore dumps here.
Strange how my history came full circle.
I like this. I'm here for the story and the characters and the voice acting, so
Memorial to my former
this doesn't bother me. Oh, and it's the boys. Rahab, Melchiah, they're all here.
and then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift.
Terrell. I don't know. Who was Terrell? I don't remember Terrell. Was he the first one?
First time I beheld the
Oh, Melchiah was the first one. I don't know. Who's Terrell?
memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been. What a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
There was Duma. All right. Okay, I gotta say, the combat is just, it is so much better. And they're actually able to like throw you into combat scenarios, which is nice. Like I feel like with the first one, like it really doesn't throw you into any combat scenarios like this where it's like, okay, fight these enemies to move on kind of thing. The combat's just not good enough to do that. Yep. Okay, so this is me. I remember this. There he is, the man. I don't remember Terrell. Which one was Terrell? Rahab, Melchiah, Duma. Ooh, and he's got the vampire right behind him. Jesus. Scary. Okay. Which way are we going here? This way? I really get this confused with the beginning of Defiance, because you're basically in a Sarafan stronghold or type area. The same as this. They both start off in the same spot, except one time, or at the beginning of Defiance, you're Kain, and this time, or in Soul Reaver 2, you're Raziel. That's the biggest difference. Nice.
I emerged.
Nice to see Nosgoth, and it's,
Nosgoth in its former glory.
yeah, looking good.
A land overflowed with a
True.
A lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition.
True, brother.
Heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
So I should be able to swim. Yeah. Okay, so the swimming's a little better too. The camera is also slightly improved. Not massively, but it is a bit better. This is cool though. It's definitely like got a more open. The spaces are much bigger for sure.
As I passed this arcane landmark,
I remember this.
of the Reaver's energy was drawn to the rim, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Checkpoints, all right. Because yeah, the Elder God is not here, right? He doesn't have access to us here, or something like that. So if I remember correctly, yeah, eventually this will be kind of similar to like the fire in Soul Reaver 1, where we can use it to imbue our Reaver. And does this do anything? And you get different ones here. You get a Dark Reaver, you get a Light Reaver. I want to say Wind or Air Reaver or something. And a Fire, and the Fire Reaver, I think, again. Pretty sure. Look at this fish. There's like animals here and stuff. That's cool. Music's definitely a very different vibe. Actually kind of excited to hear how the music transforms throughout each area here.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary.
Is this the save point?
From which I could resume my journey.
It is. Okay. So there's save points here? Oh my god. I can't just save whenever? That's kind of annoying. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to make a bunch of saves here, because I don't know if we're going to get soft locked again or not. We're just going to make like a bunch of different saves here. We know there's a file corruption problem in the first game, and then now we had a soft lock issue in the second, so it's a little worrisome, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that's the only one we run into, but we'll see what happens. You know, it's just going to be part of the experience, and I'm not going to edit that out. You're going to experience what I'm experiencing as I'm experiencing it, so.
While I had only just escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry.
It's got the crystal.
The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Oh, Jesus. I'm having so much more fun with the combat here. It's not annoying. It's actually fun. Feels like there's actually some skill involved here, not just like just mashing B over and over and over again. I mean, essentially that's what it is, but the fluidity of motion is significantly better. What do we got here? Is that a vampire? Damn, killing all my brethrens here. Oh, Jesus. This is... That's cool. And I love fighting the humans, too. Oh, yeah, they're just slaughtering vampire kind here. You can see the lead up to Defiance with this, where Defiance was like almost like Devil May Cry style action combat. You can see that here they were really trying to improve on that action. Not that I would want this to be a full-on action game, but it does help the flow of everything. Yeah, this game is such a different vibe than the first one. It's crazy. It really swung for the fences. With both games, really. But you could tell they really wanted to amp things up significantly here. I love seeing the animals. That's actually a really nice touch. The mice and the birds and the fish. It's cool. Really makes it feel like a living place. I don't know why they're like disappearing into green air. They're demon birds. Oh god. Oh dog. Oh Jesus. What is this? Dark Souls? Eat the dog soul. I do recall there being some pretty cool areas in this game. There's like a swamp and shit like that. Like lots of different like topography. I wonder why they disappear into a green smoke. I'm very curious about that. Is there a checkpoint here? This almost makes me want to play Blood Omen 2 again. Although I'm more than certain that would be a tough play nowadays, but it would be nice to see a remaster of that too. I'd definitely go back and check that out again. But the exploration in this reminds me a lot of Blood Omen 2. Bigger areas, fighting humans. I like how Raziel's like jealous that he's not a human anymore, and then he's just slaughtering the crap out of these guys.
In common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire, they seem to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, Vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed.
Mm-hmm.
And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Damn right. Yeah, hold on. What was this, what was this fortress down here that we went by? Holy, missed like a whole area here. Do I want to go down here? Oh no, we were already there. Okay, I see. No, never mind. Getting confused. I'll never get tired of chopping those heads off. Boom. Gotcha. Gotcha.
The pillars of Nosgoth.
All right.
Pristine.
Here we go.
And uncorrupted.
Look at this. There's barely any difference.
In this undefiled state.
Geez, the trees look better in the old one.
Found and indelible resonated within me at the sight.
Remember this music. This music's cool.
Waiting at the very heart.
Why do the trees look better? That's weird.
Was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
There he is, the canker. I love this music though. This song here is cool.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kain.
He looks so happy here.
I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue?
No, we already did that.
Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kain? Now, turn and face me.
This is when shit gets good.
Is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen. This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these pillars.
Okay.
Bound here by
This is at this exact time.
You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nutraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nutraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered.
Yeah, we need a Blood Omen 1 remaster like ASAP.
What makes you exempt, Kain?
ASAP.
You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here.
There he is.
I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel.
I swear he looked like that when I was
At least it's
young, a young man.
hate me, but do it honestly.
I swear to God, he looks the same.
30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree then that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Kain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
Such good writing. Such, like, just so well written. Such good dialogue. Just like reading a good book, you know? Alright. Well, there you go. That's kind of a biggie moment here. That is the moment that,
stayed my hand. Why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little. And yet, I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn.
we'll still kill him if we have to.
Truly
But
had secrets to divulge. I was determined to expose them.
Alright, so this shows the old spectral realm here. Boing. Yep. I don't know, this game still has a great vibe. Like, it's a totally different vibe, but it has a vibe, no doubt. Oh, look at the guys. Oh my god. Look at them. They're back. They're ready for more. I like that they give the Reaver a sound. I enjoy that. It's like a classic. Love that sound. I don't like the design of it as much, but everything else about it I like better than the first game. I like that we can summon it when we want. I like that when you kill a human, they just explode into a bunch of sparkly dust. That's cool.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation.
Oh, yeah, right. These are Mobius's crows. Yes, that's right.
Keenly interested in my presence.
That's right. That's right. That's why they disappear into nothing. I'm pretty sure they're Mobius's crows, if I remember correctly. All right, and then...
This door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key.
And so this is the Dark Reaver. Oh, maybe not, actually.
And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
That was some, frickin', Space Odyssey sound there. Alright, what do we got here? I remember these guys too. Jesus. Blow them wide open. So what, I don't remember what that build-up meter is for the Reaver there. When it starts to go red, I think it starts to eat me faster or something like that. Is that what it is? I want to see what happens when it's... Oh yeah, Jesus, yeah. Right, okay. Ooh. Ooh, it is devouring me. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So can I kill these with claws? I don't think I can't hurt these things with anything other than the Reaver. Oh no, okay. I can. I mean, this looks exactly the same, like, it's crazy how much they just didn't change really much at all. Like, some of, like, the ornateness of everything looks amazing. Like, that looks amazing compared to the old one, for sure. It's like, I appreciate that, though, honestly. I don't view that as a bad thing. I think that's totally fine. Keeps intact the spirit and vibe of everything.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years.
It's almost hard to tell the difference between the two.
When the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged
vampire
race,
pillars.
their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber,
Vampires used to basically be angels, eh?
images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Kain had urged me to discover?
Sweet.
I wondered.
Lies, Raziel.
Ah, there he is. There he is. Oh yeah, right. Oh my God.
Not be deceived.
Jeez.
Ah, my ancient benefactor.
He's gotten a little bigger.
And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Your silence was refreshing, but it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Kain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Kain is a
giant squid.
He will
True.
seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses.
Pathway. Take note of that. Gotta swim through that.
Death is inexorable and cannot be denied.
So this is the first time we've seen him in the physical realm, right?
It is irresistible, Raziel.
That's kind of crazy. Before, he seemed to only exist in the spectral realm.
Vampires
Just
reap
crossed
their
over.
apostate souls. Remain steadfast. End the vampire's parasite.
Why does he want the vampires killed, though? I don't know. That I don't remember.
His blood belongs on your hands.
Kain indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form. But if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
All right. Great intro here. Definitely a lot more story, a lot more. Just I love the voice acting. The dialogue is so good. It's, you know, that's such a highlight of these games. Great start. Save up a few times here. Now, I do not like that we can't save whenever we want. That is, you know, that's a bummer. I'm not going to lie. That we have to save like it. But we're going to play it safe here. We already have one soft lock. We got to be cautious about that. Take care where we must. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm really excited to get into this game more. And I just don't, I don't remember what even happens after this point, honestly. I'm super excited to get into this. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll be back with part 2, Soul Reaver 2 Remastered, very soon.